Hello and welcome. I am Kathy Bradley with Kathy Bradley and the Angels. Welcome to June 2023. Thank you for being here and taking the time out of your busy schedule to connect with your higher self, to receive the messages that are here for your highest good. Beautiful. So the first thing they wanted you to do is take a nice deep cleansing breath, and just, even if you want to bring your shoulders down with that breath, dropping down from the mind into your sacred heart to be open to receive the messages that are here for you. And the first one that they want to share is talking about harmony. And they're asking us to see everything in vibrational frequency. And imagine that there's a dial similar to the radio, where depending on what you want to connect with, right, you could hear rock, you could hear opera, you could hear a crow singing up there, but whatever you tune that dial into, you're expecting to connect with that frequency, aren't you? But very often we don't realize that there's an internal guidance system that we have where we can calibrate that to be in harmony, to be in bliss, to be in joy, to be in peace. But if we don't take the time to set our dial, we're just like a ship out in the sea where we're being tossed around without taking our attention into how do we want to create this day. And as you're probably well aware, there is a lot of polarized viewpoints that people hold. And what happens is when we become more polarized, we hold on to that, don't we? And then whatever we resist persists. So if at least you can get into that place of observation, we always go back to that place of observation. Why do we do that? Because then we're not so drawn into seeing everything from our little viewpoint. We're expanding it to see it from a higher vibrational frequency. So neutrality gives you that opportunity, doesn't it? When we're in that place of neutrality, we're not attached to anything occurring, any expectations, any dramas. When you're in that place of neutrality, you're setting your intention in neutral. And how do you want to experience yourself? In that bliss, in that beauty, in that harmony. So connecting again with that heart space, in that place of harmony. We allow each person their own free will to choose whatever they believe is for their highest good. And so when we can take the focus off of what everybody else is doing and what's going on out there and bring it back into your world, into your viewpoint, into your dial, that's where the empowerment lies. That's where your sovereignty lies. I say this again and again, and this is the critical point. It's an inside job. If we continually look out there we are, we're out there and we're connecting with the same things that we've been connecting with year after year, all the old patterns, all the old dramas, all the old chaos. But now we can switch that up. We can change that dial. We can look within and see that we are responsible for how we experience ourselves. And so this kind of leads me in beautifully into the next message that they wanted me to talk about today, which is watch your thoughts, right? So if we don't put our attention on our intention, and watch our thoughts, that's when we may go into those old repetitive patterns that are really familiar to you. So it feels like home, doesn't it? Yeah, I know I have this negative thought that, maybe I'm not good enough or quick enough or whatever enough. But that's what I've always done. And the other belief system is it's really hard to change out of this. Right? Do you hold on to that belief system? It's really hard to change. Feel into that. Be honest with yourself. Because this awareness can move you out of the inertia, the stuckness that you find yourself in. It's kind of like, don't like it, but this is where I am. Too bad. Let's move out of that. Here we are. We have this beautiful strawberry full moon on June 3rd. And I'm going to have a little workshop with that. It's a beautiful opportunity to bring in that love, that intention. It's a full moon. Create. Let go of those limiting, lack-filled beliefs that you've been holding on to. And choose to create a new path for yourself. Right? It's kind of like the old familiar path. It's like if you were driving a wagon in the old days. Remember the wagons? And they'd have wheels, and the wheels would be in the dirt, and before you knew it, with everyone traveling on that path, they created those divots, right? It's that ground in belief going through that path again and again. But if you can move out of that old familiar limiting path and go into, I always love, what if? What if I let my imagination take control? Well, thank God Disney said, what if? Because millions of people get to go there and experience what if. That's that beautiful place of our imagination. So again, if we can be cognizant of our thoughts. And why do we want to do that? Because our thoughts and our feelings create our reality. Everything you're thinking, everything you're feeling, it's like you're this magnet, and it's pulsating out from you to the universe. And God, Source, who adores you and never judges you, brings to you that which you think about and that which you feel. So guess what? If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling sad or lonely, guess what you get more of? More stuckness. More sadness, more loneliness. Now, one of the most easiest ways I've found to get out of these old familiar patterns is to first maybe become aware, what are my patterns? And people will say, I don't like to do that because then I'm focusing on what I don't want. I get that. And if you find out what it is, what pattern that's limiting you, then you have the choice. You have an awareness. From this awareness, you can say, okay, that's no longer serving me. I might have thought I was not trusting people, for example. I might have thought I was not trusting people because I've gotten burned so many times that I'm not letting myself be put in that position. But when we can evaluate that belief system from that place of neutrality, you see, we thought it served us in some way. But if you can be in that place of neutrality and say, does it really behoove me to believe that I can't trust anyone, that I'm going to get hurt? It doesn't, because what happens is you're creating these walls around you. It's kind of like, imagine your heart, and now you're putting up all these walls to protect yourself. But when you realize that it's an inside job, and when you're in that place of the heart and you see the love that you are, you're not adversely affected by what other people say, do, or be, because you realize Everything you think, everything you feel, you create. I'm gonna say that again. Everything you think, everything you feel, you create. So if someone does something and you feel hurt by that, rather than being hurt by that, if you're feeling whole, complete, and empowered, you might be like, I wonder if they had a bad day. And maybe they just took it out on me in that moment. You see, there's so many different reasons why things can occur. And if you're in that place of neutrality and observation, then you can see things, maybe for what they are, or what could be a possibility of what they may be. It doesn't necessarily have to be the way it's always been, right? We can change our story when we change our belief system. And the angels, your angels and your guides are with you right now. Take a breath and feel them. They are totally supporting you in this now moment, which is all you have, for you to remember you are beautiful. You are divine. You are light and love. That is who you are. You can't be anything else. So these belief systems that we've created don't feel good. And that's the first aha that we should have. It's like, I'm feeling guilty. That doesn't feel real good. So that's a lack-filled, limiting belief, feeling guilty, not doing enough, blah, blah, blah. That's your body's way, your intuition letting you know whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling is out of alignment with Source. So allowing the noise that we're incurring, whether it's a loud truck rolling by, whether it's something that someone says, allowing that to be there, and you maintaining your neutrality. You remembering and choosing the love that you are. Let that come into your entire being. Set your dial. And maybe pick 3 qualities for yourself in the month of June. What qualities would you like to harmonize with and resonate with? I'm seeing the flowers all around and the new growth. So maybe it could be, I am expansive. I am happy. The beautiful sun, the blue skies, the oceans. If you're enjoying the summer weather, there's always something to be grateful for. So even if you want to set your dial on gratitude, I am grateful. That might be a fun one to play with. Go for a walk. And for that entire walk, perhaps you could resonate to being in gratitude. And you can play with that and see what you experience during your walk. When we're in that place of gratitude, we see things that we may not have seen before. And as we're in that place of gratitude, more things come to us. Because again, whatever you think, whatever you feel, you send out. Remember, you're that battery, that electromagnetic. You put it out, guess what comes back? More things for you to be grateful for. What's better than that? Once we realize the law of attraction and how it works, and we become deep-seated, that it begins with us. And if we see anywhere that we're out of alignment, where we may not be feeling whole, happy, and complete, someone triggers us, that's an opportunity for us to see it, become aware, and then shift that, create a new belief. I'm worthy. I'm worth it. Remember, I'm dating myself, where they used to do the shampoo or the hair color years and years ago. I am worth it. So maybe play with that. That could be a fun one to play with for the month of June. But take the time and make the choice. Only you can do it. And the angels are with you, supporting you every step of the way. We love you. We send you blessings. We look forward to seeing you. Bye. Love you.